Gerry.
Yes. Go ahead, Ron.
Gerry Gleason, painter,
Yeah.
extraordinaire.
Well,
Could be one of them
hopefully.
people.
I know specifically you were showing at the London Art Fair with the Golden Thread.
That's right.
And how did you find that experience?
Well, I thought it was great for the Golden Thread to get work from Belfast, and apparently a lot of the students were interested in the work, and the Golden Thread tends to take work of mine from about the 80s through to after the ceasefires, you know, because that was an intense period I worked through.
Yeah.
So I've just spent 5 days actually recording work from 94 till 2000, which
Wow.
most people have never seen. In fact, I've just stuck a couple up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Some of them were in Mostar in Bosnia.
Yeah.
And what was interesting about that was because I was running out of space in the studio, I had to roll them. And I was worried that these things wouldn't be in
Yeah,
good condition,
yeah.
but they're in really good condition. And they'd gone all the way to Mostar, and a group of young people from Belfast went over through a friend of mine from London, and it was where 3 communities met at the bridge. So I tied together the Mostar Bridge and the Lagan Bridge.
Right.
And at the time, we were having confrontations at the bridge,
Right.
post ceasefires, about marching and everything else. So I was trying to remember my childhood, where by the bridge, or further down, I lived in the Lower Ormo, I would catch sticklebacks. But sometimes I'd put a tadpole in with them, which isn't the right thing to put in with a stickleback. But I was saying diversity. So that's what I was trying to say in that sometimes you can mix different things into the one thing. But
And what specifically, where do you feel, you're in Queen Street Studios?
Yes.
And where do you feel, I mean, to me, Belfast art kind of thing is starting to link up a wee bit more, and we're starting to be a wee bit organised, and there's different generations are all starting to link in, and do you see a difference?
Yeah, well, I think also what's happening is I remember when Yoko Ono came here, who I have met and who has one of my works.
Oh,
right?
Important,
Yeah, I'd met her in Berlin and give her it. So, anyway, she said when she had her show in the Ormobas that surely people are interested in the Oracle, this is my words, of Belfast and what it stands for. Because the process we're going through is like a template, whether some people think it's flawed, to be applied to all these regions.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about Bosnia there, that I could say and work. So I think my work deals basically with the human condition, and I've tried to do that over a lifetime, and I thought it was very important to start recording that work from '94, because a lot of people would say to people like me and sure Jack Pakenham, what are you going to do now? But I seen a very interesting process that had to be recorded. How do they take off the paramilitary? How do you start? And one of them is two figures in ceremonial, so they're coming out of the shadows into the light. Yes. Also, there was one more called Play, Pause, Record. So it was like, at one moment things were going forward as we knew, then it would stop. Then the artist is recording, and it was based very loosely on veneer painting a self-portrait, but in a very mad style. But that's the sort of idea of what I tried to do right through that period, because because if there's no record of that, and also if you do it from the microcosm of here, it can become a macrocosm of a wider world, and that's other young people can look at that art to empower themselves and speak.
So what I'm seeing now is I want to see all of it, all the way through.
Yeah, well, I'm making an archive of this work, and as we know, before the world, for all its flaws, the internet and all the rest of it, it's a quick way of sharing. I actually put some stuff up on Sachi's Facebook, and I was getting replies from Chicago, China, Singapore, all over Europe. So it showed that the art,
people are starting to connect,
because people used to say to us, our art can't travel.
Yeah.
But I disbelieve that, because the best artists were aware of the modern tradition of art.
No.
So there
Thank you
are.
very much.
There we are.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
now.
We're in the Multiples exhibition at the Golden Thread. There is a riot. I feel like it's sale time at Harrods, but Catherine, you are one of the artists participating in the Multiples exhibition.
I am.
You've got a thing about caravans.
Yeah, I do, yeah. So these are my caravans. They're handcrafted from wood, and they're all bespoke, and they're actually
And these as well, specifically. Did you print these? Are they printed?
Kira.
If you've got one, that's Kira's.
Yeah. So, and those are Kira's as well. I did, yeah, and in fact, there's a poster of it there. So the caravans were originally part of the W.O.W show, and I've developed them further. So basically they're for, essentially to appeal to caravan lovers and to bird life. I've never had a proper holiday in a caravan, but I do love them. I've got everything about caravans, but it's our embracing of a holiday despite weather conditions. That sort of needs to have a holiday, yeah. Yes. So, and they're also functional as nesting boxes for local birds. Function as nesting boxes as well. Yeah. So they're multifunctional.
Thank you. Okay. We're talking to Julie Fiala, who is an artist who is doing part of her PhD over in Northern Ireland, and she's here from Canada. And I went to your talk the other day, but I won't spring that on you, but I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I really did enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to other things that I know that are coming up from that. You're saying particularly the exhibition here that they have linked with the trade unions.
Yeah, I was saying how I think it's really interesting because it really, in Canada, we would call this a labor arts tradition where there's a kind of coming together of arts and culture for a purpose that is kind of common, which is in a sense advocating human rights and advocating creative rights. And so a lot of the work is created in collaboration between artists. For example, the video work is working with some of the trades union movement, and so there's kind of a nice coming together of perspectives. I think the show is very informative because it touches on a lot of local issues. So, you know, even like regeneration plans or plans for alternative kind of reroutings in the city, and yeah, I think it offers a lot of insight into the possibility for imagining kind of a Belfast that is as it is now, but has new features and exciting ones. So
say anything about specifically, do you feel like you've got the hang of Belfast now? I know initially I met you in your rhyme.
I was very.
I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, to be honest, because I came on my own, even though I'm affiliated with a small campus at Trinity College. I'm very much like an independent researcher, and I came with the intention to work on the long haul. So I was quite excited about working in Belfast because I felt that after living in England for a number of years, people here actually, they had something to say, and I think you could really feel that. Yeah, I think so. I really feel that.
Are we saying it loud enough?
I'm very happy to be here, actually. I feel, I just have met some interesting people. But I'd just like to say also that as part of this program, or I guess in parallel, I'm helping to organize an event that's trying to find out what older people want and what they contribute to the community. And that's going to happen on Friday, May the 20th, so on the afternoon on that Friday. So
right, great. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
That's what be a sort of Italian way.